Today's Yin Yoga session will support the Stage 8 task of connecting to universal truths. These are truths that are true across all the variations of different religions or across all the variations of different political ideologies. You might think that there is nothing in common to them all, but you'd be quite surprised. So today's question is, as you hold each pose, ask yourself, what is true? What is agreed upon? What's the same about any two religions? And we'll focus on religions today. So to begin with, consider just two religions that you know something about, a little bit of something, and ask yourself what beliefs they have in common. As you take each additional pose, add in another religion and say, now what does this group of religions have in common? What do they all believe? And work your way out to absolute universal truth.
We'll begin by setting up the breath. Today we're going to try a three-part breath where we inhale and feel it through the head and the throat, the chest, and then the belly. So into the head, the chest, then the belly fills. Then we exhale in reverse, the belly in, chest in, and head. And then again, in through the head, chest, belly. Now squeeze in the belly, out, belly, chest, head. And we can squeeze it down to get out a little bit more. Again, inhale, head, chest, belly, and exhale, belly, chest, head. Let's do a few more of those. Inhale. And exhale. Squeeze the belly. Inhale. And exhale. Again. Inhale. Head, chest, belly. And exhale. Belly, chest, head. Again. One more. And return to breathing normally. Let's get started. From here, we'll go into a half pigeon or a sleeping swan on the right. So we'll bring the right leg up, the left leg back long. The right heel is in the crease of the left hip. And lean down to the ground. Because this is yin, we're going to want to support the chest. You might also like a block under the right hip. That can be helpful, or under the right thigh, or an extra block under the chest. We support the position so that the body feels free to really relax into it.
Adjust your props as you need. Let's switch now to the other side. Bring the right leg back, the left leg up, the left heel to the crease of the right hip. Bringing your favorite prop configuration back, leaning forward, and breathe. And slowly push yourself back up. And we'll come back through an easy sit for just a couple of breaths. From here, we'll come into a revolved child's pose. In this child's pose, we keep our knees closer together and enter it from a table. We'll take the right arm up and through, resting on the right shoulder. Now, for support in this pose, for a yin practice, you may not feel like you need anything at all, or you might feel like you would enjoy a block or a bolster, maybe more like a bolster or a pillow or a sandbag under the shoulder if the pressure on that point is uncomfortable. So find your revolved child's pose. Switching sides. Push up slowly. Back to table. Take the left arm up and through to resting on the left shoulder. Right forearm is on the ground to support. If this is hard on the knees, you can fold up your mat, fold it over a couple of times to provide a nice cushion for the knees. Pushing up slowly. Coming back to an easy sit for just a couple of breaths. From here, we will move into stacking the shins, fire logs. We will begin with the right leg on top of the left leg. They're stacked evenly. And of course, we're going to fold forward, leading with the heart. So get your props ready for that. And lean forward any amount. Adjust your props as you deepen the pose.
Coming up slowly. Switching sides. Now the right leg is on the bottom, the left leg is on top. Nice and straight, even across there. Bring your props back. Reach out with the heart and lean forward. Noticing the difference between the right side and the left side. Adjusting your props through the pose as needed. Coming up slowly. Putting our props back. And we will just sit easily for a couple of breaths. Coming now into a Sage Marichi 2. We'll start with the left foot and bring that all the way up to the hip. The right foot, we're going to bring the heel back to the ankle or just slightly forward of the ankle. We want this leg to be far enough to the right that you can get down beside it, but not too far. We'll be folding forward, reaching forward with the heart, and then taking the arms in a bind around the right leg. If this is too intense, please choose a different position, whatever your body is craving right now. In terms of support, you might like a block on top of the left leg that you can lean over. Adjust your props as you deepen your pose. Come up slowly, and we will switch sides. This time the right heel comes to the left hip. The left heel comes back to meet the ankle, maybe a little further over to the left. Make sure there's room to get by the leg. Reach out with the heart. Take a bind. Remember that you can support this position with a block on top of the right leg this time. And breathe. Adjust your props as you deepen the pose. And slowly come up. Put your props away. And we will check back in with an easy sit for a couple of breaths. From here, let's head down to the ground. Swing yourself around and come down. Lying flat, legs are long, shoulders tucked under, and arms at the sides. From here, we'll bring the right knee up, maybe out to the side, and we're going to take it over to the left. So grab a block or a bolster and let the right leg come over to the left for a twist. Supporting your twist. Right arm out to the right, left arm out to the left, or perhaps left hand on the knee. Looking to the right for this twist and breathe. Bring the right leg up, coming back to center, both knees up. Take a moment to let the back come to neutral. Extend the right leg long. Bring your props to the other side. We'll bring the left knee up. Hug it in, maybe out to the side. And let it come over to the right. Adjust your props under that knee, whatever's comfortable. Left arm out to the left. Right arm out to the right, or right arm on the left knee. And breathe. When you're ready, remove your props and come back. Give your back just a minute to straighten out. And then take the legs long, laying flat, checking in with ourselves for a couple of breaths. Coming now into
bit of a crunch. Hug both the knees in. Just hold them there. You can hug them wide if you'd prefer, or you can hug them closely into each other and into the chest. For support for this one, you could use a strap around the legs, or you can keep the arms there. You can put a block under the hips if that feels good today, or you can just interlace the fingers on top of the legs and breathe. When you're ready, release the legs. Just put the feet back down for now. Take a moment. And then back down, legs long, maybe arms stretch up. And then the arms come down beside you, nice and long.
We'll check in here for a couple of breaths. Coming into Shavasana. Shoulder blades tucked under. You might like a pillow or a bolster under the knees for comfort, or under the head, or nothing at all. Legs can fall to the sides a little bit. Hands can be at your sides or resting on the belly. This is your time to integrate your practice. What you noticed today, what came up for you today. When you're ready, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Remove any props or pillows. Maybe roll the wrists and ankles. Start to move the arms and the legs. Maybe take the arms up for a stretch. And roll over to one side for a rest. Just a moment while you get your bearings. Extend the top leg out and push up to a seated position. Thank you for joining me today. The love and the light and the teacher in me honors that in you. Namaste.